Welcome to the second day of our annual CAF Conference. It's a pleasure to see all of you here this morning. We have a very exciting day planned. We're going to start off this morning with a session on Haiti, very important country that doesn't get the attention that it deserves. And we're very, very honored to have with us this morning the Minister of the Economy and Finance, who will share some thoughts. The Prime Minister, fortunately, is dealing with a difficult situation in Haiti regarding the electoral law and dealing with members of Congress in Haiti. But we are extremely honored and pleased to have with us the Minister of Finance and the Economy, who will share her thoughts about the current economic situation in Haiti. It's a pleasure to introduce special guests who will be introducing the Minister, Jessica Faieta, who is the Subsecretary General at the United Nations, and she's the Assistant Administrator for Latin America and the Caribbean at the United Nations Development Program, UNDP. And we're honored to have Jessica with us this morning, and she'll be introducing the Minister. Jessica.
Thank you very much, Michael. It's good morning to everybody. It's so nice to see so many known faces and friends from the Latin American and Caribbean region. It's really an honor for me to be invited to this event, but particularly an honor to be able to make some introductory remarks before the Minister addresses the subject of future of Haiti on a country that I hold very close to my heart. Having worked and lived in Haiti for more than 2.5 years after the 2010 earthquake, I think I have learned to understand, not completely, but understand the hurdles that the institution and the people in Haiti face every day. To be frank, I consider it very difficult for any country in the world to go through this tremendously heavy chapter in its recent history in only a few years. Let us not forget that we are speaking from Washington, D.C., the capital of a country that suffered just recently from the violent passage of Hurricane Sandy about 2 years ago. And we all witnessed here in the East Coast of the United States how difficult it is to recover from damage caused by a natural disaster. So therefore, we cannot forget that Haiti suffered the impact of the strongest earthquake ever registered in modern history. For the UN, it was the largest humanitarian crisis in an urban setting that we ever had to deal with. And it severely hit its capital city and other regions of the country that already faced numerous development and capacity challenges. So we know that we tend to refer to Haiti as the only least developed countries in the Western Hemisphere and the poorest country in the Latin America and the Caribbean. And it's true that Haiti still faces important obstacles, such as improving educational and health systems, along with strengthening its national institutions to consolidate a democratic system and the rule of law, not to mention that it's still recovering from the destruction of the earthquake in 2010 and continues to be vulnerable to natural disasters and other crises such as the cholera epidemic. What is less known, however, is that despite all this, Haiti has made a significant progress towards the achievement of the Millennium Development Goals, having reached or almost reached several development targets. That is really less known to everybody, and we have to change that because we need to recognize the enormous effort that this country has done. Extreme poverty has substantially stabilized now at 24%, but it has decreased enormously. up in 2012. Infant mortality rates have decreased 44% since 1990. This is faster than the global average. Haiti has achieved this MDG target 3 years ahead of the 2015 deadline. Almost 90% of children are enrolled in primary school, and gender parity has been achieved, including in secondary school. These are just some of the findings of the recently published Millennium Development Goal Report in Haiti, which we launched with Prime Minister Lamotte together with UNDP earlier this year. We have called this report Haiti, a New Look, and this is exactly what we need to do this. This is crucial when we talk about the future of Haiti. So taking into consideration, 3 words come to my mind when I ask about the future of Haiti, and I hope that it serves as some thought and to what we're going to discuss this morning, but also to what the minister will address. So 3 words are work, work, and work. Work for the government of Haiti, its institutions and its people, as they have to invest a huge amount of effort to consolidate a democratic process that has begun several years ago, a process that will lead to the reduction of poverty and inequalities, a process that will focus on a sustainable use of natural resources, the promotion of sustainable income-generating activities, a process that builds national consensus around state priorities, a process geared towards building a more resilient Haiti while reducing violence and insecurity, and a process that will increase the confidence of the international community to allocate more resources directly to the government through enhanced accountability and transparency. And work for the people of Haiti. Work entails communities, families, and individuals, both women and men, empower and finding spaces for participation and dialogue. Responsible, knowledge citizens that demand accountable and more efficient and more transparent institutions. Work, of course, also means employment. Job creation is a must to lift people from poverty, create solid fiscal framework, and contribute to the country's sustainable work. I know that Haiti is working with the government, UNDP is working with the government of Haiti to reduce 57% the youth unemployment rate in urban areas that exist right now through innovation and microenterprise. And finally, work is also crucial for all of us, the international community, and the Latin American and Caribbean community of countries, but also the different partners and institutions accompanying Haiti throughout its development path. We need to find the best way to keep supporting Haiti, its people, its government, its private sector. And of course, our support has to be tailored to the national context and local needs. It has to be fully aligned to national plans and based on the added value, experience, and expertise of each institution. And national ownership and leadership should be our ultimate goal. Our partnership with the government should be a true accompagnement, as they say in Haiti, where we bring to bear our added value as international partners. So just to conclude and address and introduce the minister, I just want to underscore that Haiti still has important challenges ahead, absolutely. But the world needs to know that there have been important advances in the last decade. And there are solid reasons to believe that there is a positive trend in the country's sustainable development, and we are now starting to witness its consolidation. So Haiti still needs all of us, but particularly its Latin American and Caribbean neighbors for expertise, resources, investment, and solidarity. And without more delay, let me introduce to you the Minister of Finance of Haiti, Marie-Carmelle Jean-Marie. She was born and raised in the beautiful Jacmel Valley in Haiti, and did her school in Port-au-Prince. But breaking away from the family tradition of following a teaching vocation, She delved into economic, monetary, and banking and financial studies and obtained her Bachelor's of Economic Science at the State University of Haiti, followed by a Master's in Monetary Policy at the University of Paris II in Assas, as well as a Master's from the Institut Technique de Banque in Paris in banking practices. She then went to obtain a degree in financial programming in Mexico in el Centro de Estudios Monetarios de América Latina. She was also trained by the World Bank. She started her career at the Ministry of Industry and Commerce. She went to work for the Haitian Central Bank as an economist, and where she successfully covered several areas. During her tenure, some of the initiatives are the creation of the bank's training center and the creation of the technical cabinet of the bank supervisory board. She also founded her own consulting firm, Group Croissants, before she became the Minister of Finance, Economy and Finance in between 1995 and 2001, and then in 2003, and then she's back in that function in 2004, since 2004. Between 2003 and 2009, she headed also the Caribbean arm of the group Caisse d'Épargne de France. Following the earthquake, she became advisor to the GB Group, the largest commercial and industrial group in Haiti. And throughout her career, she has never forgotten to share her experiences and taught in several courses, particularly at Quisqueya University. Upon becoming minister, she strongly advocated and implemented systemic public finance reforms and created the ministry's PPP unit, as well as the private sector fund to assist in growth, the development of small and medium industries. So it's my pleasure to invite Marie-Carmelle Jean-Marie, the Minister of Economy and Finance of Haiti, to address us. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica, for that introduction. Good morning, everyone. You're going to have to forgive me, but I decided to offer my speech today in Spanish, even though all of my Latin American colleagues made an effort to speak in English yesterday in their presentations. However, it seemed symbolically correct to speak in Spanish because, after all, this is a conference on Pan-American relations. And so for the only representative of a French-speaking country of the subcontinent to speak to you in what is the predominant language of the Americas. Now, it's a true pleasure for me to address such a distinguished audience and to have, at the same time, the honor of being able to speak on behalf of my President, His Excellency Michel Martelly, and my First Minister, Laurent Lamotte, who could not be here with us all today. Haiti is an enigma for many, sometimes even for Haitians themselves. Nearly 200 years after its creation, the Haitian nation has gone through some real trying times, no doubt. Some could go so far as to say that we were the Cuba of the 19th century, anti-establishment, proudly defiant, a champion of independent movements, embargoed and isolated. Now, this reading of the situation is no longer in sync with current times, given the urgent need to seek out sustainable and lasting solutions for the Haitian nation. I always recall, and I quote the response of a French diplomat to his Haitian counterpart when said Haitian diplomat complained about the consequences of the successive episodes of the history of Haiti, from the colonization to the payment of the compensatory debt imposed on Haiti by the French and the American occupation, etc., etc. Blaming all of Haiti's problems on the international community. The French diplomat responded. I'm going to say it first in French. Sir, you can't define the future looking backward. And that's true. Vis-a-vis the multiple challenges that arose after decades of neglect and bad governance that culminated with the earthquake of January 12, 2010, the Martelly Lamotte administration, a team that I am proud of being a part of, decided to make a break from that tradition of self-flagellation. Today, I come here to assert that this administration has heard and is responding every day and night the cries of its people. I would also like to say emphatically that this government has decided to fully take on its responsibilities vis-a-vis its people, its neighbors, its bilateral partners, as well as my multilateral partners. And this, perhaps for the first time in the history of our small, great nation. It's true. We Haitians are proud of our history, of our identity, of our uniqueness. But we also understand now that we are a member of the Caribbean Pan-American communities, of the South-South dialogue, and more broadly of the concert of nations. And the time has come to show that Haiti is coming into its own and is fully meeting its responsibilities within the regional and global governance mechanisms and within the normative framework of international law. Now that I have expressed myself as a daughter of Haiti, as I am, I would now like to put on my hat of the economy and finance portfolio that I'm responsible for, starting with trends in macroeconomic trends in Haiti. Haiti is an economy undergoing change, facing multiple challenges and opportunities. with the earthquake of 2010, billions of dollars were injected into a moribund economy that was entirely dependent on imports for all consumer goods, from foodstuffs to raw materials as well as consumer products. The GDP growth rate in 2013 was 4.3%, and we hope that this trend continues growing in 2014. The Dutch disease effect, which economists refer to when high levels of international assistance flood in post-conflict, post-disaster regions, or in the Dutch case of the Dutch, the impact that the discovery of large oil deposits and the inflationary trends of an economy that has been transformed by such discoveries. Now, as I was saying, with the mass influx of foreign capital in our economy, it was natural that there would be a considerable increase in the cost of living. However, with our prudent management, conservative administration in the monetary realm, as well as keeping our annual inflation down to 4.5%, as well as regarding our international reserves, which reach nearly 14% of the GDP, have made it possible for us to withstand this very adverse circumstance. The level of inflation of the Haitian currency was contained at 3% last year. Notwithstanding our conservative monetary, fiscal, and exchange rate management, the IMF highlights once again in its annual report on Haiti, saying that we continue to suffer from the perversions of a failed system. The everything humanitarian model. Now, with the arrival of thousands of international organizations and with a great humanitarian effort coming from the four corners of the world, the bulk of the money that flowed in went into the immediate assistance that was necessary, given the crisis resulting from the millions of displaced people, homeless, and also the need to remove millions of cubic meters of rubble, and also to fight against cholera. Huge amounts of money were invested in poor neighborhoods under programs titled Cash for Work, keeping up a certain degree of circulation of money and ensuring that thousands of families from the metropolitan area who had been affected by the earthquake could survive these first few months and slowly start to rebuild their lives. However, we also knew that this level of collective commitment on the part of our partners was not sustainable in the long term, because in this new macroeconomic context and world geopolitical context, there's no shortage of new humanitarian crises that need to be tended to elsewhere in the world. It bears underscoring that much of this money never passed through the Haitian government, nor did the Haitian government have any say in how this money was going to be spent or awarded. Now, I would like to convey a very clear message. While our economy is still emerging from this crisis, our executive power and the government team are not suffering from that same symptom. Our president, our prime minister, and the entire administration, we are all very clear regarding what nation it is we want to build, and we are all resolved to go much beyond what has been done by our predecessors. With the 2 years left in the administration of President Martelly, all we can do is highlight some statistics. In education, I would like to give you some figures. More than 3.5 million children are enrolled in primary school, which represents a penetration rate of 84% in primary school in 2013. 1.4 million students for the first time have access to free schooling through conditional cash transfer programs, which did not exist prior to this administration. One need only look at the last UNICEF report, Limos 5, which clearly underscores that between 2006 and 2012, Haiti was the country with the highest growth in primary school attendance anywhere in the world. And according to UNICEF, this trend increased considerably from the outset of this administration. More than 1 million lunches were freely distributed through a network of 3,300 schools throughout the country. 300 schools were built or repaired thanks to the Inter-American Development Bank. I'd like to add 200 training centers, technical training or vocational training centers were also set up. And 23,700 professors were trained to meet the needs of education. On the environmental front, on the precipice of the environmental precipice that Haiti faced, only 2% of the territory of the country is forested. This administration has reforested more than 3,500 hectares, sowing more than 4 million seedlings and seeds. For the first time ever, this administration has also created protected marine areas, as well as having declared some mangroves as being sanctuaries to ensure the viability of ecosystems and the flora and fauna of Haiti. Regarding attracting foreign investment, last year The figures on direct foreign investment rose more than 20%, and private investment rose by 35%. We have also placed much attention on development and the resurgence of our tourist industry. Over the course of the last 2 years, we have opened a number of hotels of international chains for the first time in Haiti. We now have groups such as the Marriott International Group, Occidental, NH, Best Western Premier, and Hilton International, all of which have bet on the potential tourist industry in Haiti. And now that we have just celebrated more than 20 years of the presence of the Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines at the Labadie terminal in the north of Haiti, we have just signed an agreement with Carnival Corporation to develop another cruise ship terminal and as well as a resort to receive these cruise ships of the Carnival Cruise Line with an investment of $70 million on Tortuga Island, which is also in the north of Haiti. The success of a tourist destination can only happen if you have a long-term commitment with the airlines. And that's why we are so pleased to announce here today that after a number of new flights set up from the capital of Port-au-Prince, October 2nd, American Airlines has inaugurated a new flight from Miami to Cape, the Cabo Haitiano, the Haitian Cape. So now, with 450,000 visitors last year and 700,000 additional passengers that arrive via cruise ship, Haiti today is the only truly emerging destination in the region. These figures don't lie. How many countries in the region can hope to achieve a 20% increase in the number of visitors relative to the prior year? This sector holds out great opportunities for investors who are looking for new markets to develop. And on this point, we will have more good news to release in the upcoming weeks. I take this opportunity to address you here today to acknowledge all of our strategic partners, both our bilateral and multilateral partners who have been with us over the last couple of years, without whom we would not have achieved these advances. After the earthquake, assistance came in through a reconstruction fund known as the FRH to channel the contributions of donors. This fund, after 4 years of existence, has executed projects totaling over $400 million. This fund was specifically created for the purpose of post-earthquake reconstruction in Haiti that was managed by the World Bank, and it has indeed fulfilled its purpose. Its mandate is about to conclude, and now we are launching a new investment fund whose governance will be simplified and whose investment philosophy will be far more aimed at economically viable projects in sectors of our economy, such as infrastructure, agroindustry, tourism, energy, manufacturing. Why do we consider these sectors to be the most important ones in our economy, given a 70% unemployment rate? Our main challenge continues to be job creation. These are priority sectors precisely because they have a direct influence on mass job creation. In the upcoming weeks, we will be presenting our vision and philosophy for this new fund to our partners and donors, as well as other regional financial actors, to elicit their assistance, but under new parameters and with the objective of generating a return on investment. We're turning a new page in Haiti. And without the assistance of our partners, we could not have achieved this transformation. So I would be remiss if I wrapped up my remarks without first thanking the CAF and the Inter-American Dialogue for having, once again, placed Haiti at the center of this year's debates. We have a friend and staunch ally in the person of Enrique Garcia and his team, who never misses an opportunity to speak about Haiti in all of the regional and hemispheric fora. Thank you very much, President, for your commitment to the region, especially to Haiti. To conclude, I would like to stress that it's already been shown that the all things humanitarian model doesn't work. One need only look at examples in African countries in a post-conflict context to see the indirect perversion that arises from keeping these economies operating exclusively based on international largesse. Now, when I see that Cuba, for example, has developed its development through lines of credit and loans without ever having to depend on humanitarian assistance and donations, while we seem to be locked in a vicious circle. There's a time for emergencies, and there's another time for rebuilding and refounding countries. And those countries who have suffered traumatic experiences or decades of negligence and bad governance. The time for such a transition has arrived for Haiti. Haiti is not a failed state. This is an entirely erroneous notion. Rather, Haiti should be viewed as a recovering state. Today, Haiti intends to, in the midterm, transform itself into the only frontier economy of the Americas, that is, an economy that is opening up for the first time to international markets, an economy whose risks are proportionate to returns on investment, an economy that's opening up to pioneers. Our purpose is to become an emerging economy by 2030. This moment would never have come about had it not been for the assistance of all of our partners, many of whom are sitting in this very illustrious audience today. This new phase also requires a hemispheric commitment. This time around, the Haitian government will assume the leadership that falls to it, but with a viable understanding economically viable understanding of what its rebuilding entails. So we would like to continue to enjoy the backing of the region in order to achieve what some once thought impossible, a Haiti that is economically prosperous and independent, that fully takes on its role in the concert of nations, as well as in the regional and international mechanisms of governance. Thank you very much to one and all.
Gracias.
Bueno, ante todo quisiera
Above all, Finanzas de Haití, quien hacía un panorama generalizado de cómo ha sido la transformación en estos últimos años, 4 años desde que Haití sufrió este terremoto, y ha hablado en un comienzo sobre cómo se distribuyeron estos recursos iniciales de la comunidad internacional en la remoción de escombros, atención primaria a víctimas, también frente a la lucha del cólera. Igualmente habló de algunos objetivos de desarrollo que ha alcanzado esta nación, este país de Haití, como por ejemplo disminución de la pobreza, una alta tasa de escolaridad, una disminución en la muerte infantil, igualmente un crecimiento del 4% en la economía, lo que muestra que hay un gran avance en materia de crecimiento y perspectiva para esta nación, que no es un estado fallido, sino de transformación. Vamos a hacer una pausa y volvemos a esta conferencia.
Pedro is responsible for strengthening coordination among UN agencies and help mobilize a consistent and effective response by the international community with respect to cholera in Haiti and in Latin America and the Caribbean. Pedro has served in many positions at a very high level in the UN. He has a great long history, including executive underdirector of the World Food Program. So I would like to give him the opportunity to deliver some remarks, and then we will open the floor to questions from the audience. Pedro, please. Thank you so much. I would like to thank Minister Jean-Marie for her presentation and congratulate the presenters also for having included Haiti as one of the topics of this event. I think this is a significant move. I think that as the minister was saying, the way in which problems have been confronted has been left behind. In the sense that humanitarian aid was the predominant way in working with the government and people of Haiti. But today, certainly, there are other challenges in other parts of the world, and the attention and priorities are addressed elsewhere. Hence, the importance of confronting structural problems, both in the medium and long term. And I would like to, again, congratulate the minister on this account. There is a significant point I wanted to make, and it does not necessarily refer to cholera. Cholera is related to poverty. I think the progress the country has made is significant. However, there are areas that are equally basic, such as basic infrastructure, water and sanitation. Haiti has the lowest rates in the whole Latin American region. And I think our concern in this sense is that even from the standpoint of economic profitability, there is no doubt that investing in water and sanitation is one that has one of the highest profitability rates, according to studies by the World Bank and others. So based on this, I would like to suggest that maybe areas of investment could focus on water and sanitation investment because they are so important for human development. And I think the Latin American and Caribbean region has a role to play. They have the experience, they have the resources. If you talk with the president of CAF, he says that he's willing to support quite considerably in this effort. And I think the area could make a great effort, which is what I think is required. And the question, and more a comment, or it's more a question, how does the government seize a plan of investment in the country with the region and the ability by the government to execute projects in this area. Our concern is simple, the current rate, so that Haiti catches up to the rest of the region will need 40 to 50 years for that catching up to occur. The level of disbursement in these areas is very low, and this is where the region could make a big effort, an enormous effort, which is what is required. And it would be within the tradition of the region to be present when the country has needed it, as, for example, was the case or is the case that has happened in the last 10 years by the mission of the United Nations and all the different multilateral and bilateral efforts on our side. Please rest assured that we have the commitment to continue to work. Recently, the Secretary General visited Haiti and met with authorities of government, and we wanted to congratulate you on the progress that you have achieved, especially in reducing cholera, which today has the lowest rates since the epidemic started. Thank you very much. I would like to summarize the question that Pedro asked at the end of his remark. He wants to know about the intentions of the government regarding investment in the area of water and sanitation and to increase the level of execution of projects from funds in these areas of development. Thank you very much. for your summary. Yes, I can tell you that, as a matter of fact, we have many problems in Haiti. And yes, water and sanitation, but also education and health. And for this reason, we receive a great deal of assistance from the international community. We have for water and sanitation, we receive strong support by the IDB, by the World Bank, and the Spanish government. For education and health, we also do receive support to build schools, to build hospitals, and to have water resources. But side by side with this, we Haitians also realize that we need to look at what is ahead of us, what our future is. In addition to international aid to solve these basic problems, we also need the people to assume their own role and have appropriate wages to pay for schools, for water, for electricity, all of which is now subsidized by the government. And we want this to happen in the not too distant future. We need to be able to assume the responsibility, but we need first to create employment, to create wealth and other resources. And this is why we need investment. We need an agricultural sector that will use 40% of the population, that will be able to provide money to the farmers, to the rural workers, and they can assume responsibility for paying for their own expenses. And this is a clear phase we are going through in Haiti. We cannot, in order to stop humanitarian aid and go into a phase of self-realization, we need to work within a shorter term period of time so that we become self-sufficient. And so we need to have that foreign investment that has to come in after the humanitarian aid is gone. It is a problem. We need the investment. I think, and we all need to come together and sit down and talk about it, discuss it. Haiti should not continue to be a burden for the international community. We need to change the way we look at Haiti. We need to start looking at Haiti as the land of opportunity. We have opportunities to offer, but the risks for investors who want to have a quick return on their investment, that may not happen right away. We need other investments who come along with us, who stay and help us come out of the misery, of the poverty that we are familiar with and know now. The organizers are telling me that we don't have any more time left for questions from the audience. I would like to thank Michael and CAF, of course, for having given Haiti this space for discussing their situation. First, we have heard that there is an appeal to continue to support Haiti in their efforts toward development and in acknowledging the great achievements this country has had, and especially that the Latin American and Caribbean community, as well as the larger international community, is invited to continue to invest and to lend a hand to Haiti in its intentions to become a country with a positive and stable development. Thank you very much, Minister. Thank you all.